Welcome back to Mactastic server. We're going to finish up the building here and do a little decorating and make sure that you're adding your own little twist to it. Let's get started. Alright, let's go over what it's going to take to finish your roof. Now, what I did with mine, I already have this done here. Now, I did it with the deep slate tile slabs. I did the entire roof with that, and then I went and added the little patterns in here. Now, how you do that can definitely vary based on what you want to do. You see my patterns over here are a little different, so you can add multiple patterns in different directions. See what works best for you. Now, one thing that I did over here, you can see I kind of made it droop a little bit. I'm going to add that same effect up here to kind of give it a little unique look. I'm not too sure how it's going to turn out, but I really want to try it. So let's see. That's interesting. It does add a nice look to it. I'm going to add some of the texture into it here. Okay, so here we are flying in, and you can see the roof. It has that little variation in there. We have the deep slate tiles, slabs, and then mix the polished deep slate slabs in here. So I added the mix, and sometimes you can do the whole thing in one pattern. That's totally fine. You can do a total variation with both. That's totally fine as well. Or you can mix it in whatever random pattern you like. Whichever is best for your style, let's work on that. Now, if you see over here, there's a few different things that people have done. This is kind of a cone shape building here, and this person has gone for the edges, have the bamboo blocks, and then this one is straight patterns and a very high peak roof. This one is a low slope, and then this one is just a very pyramid shaped slope here as well. So whatever works best for your style, see what you can do to add a little variation in there, mix it up, and add just a little bit of a little bit of your flair into that for your roof. Now let's go on to the next step. Alright, the next thing that we're going to work on is the floor. Now, I've already done my floor too here as well, and what I made my floor out of is these two blocks here. So these are the bone blocks and the smithing tables. Now, sometimes the smithing tables can be a little annoying if you try to put something down, but it does work well in a checkerboard pattern, and I like how there's so much texture in it. What you might do for your build, you don't have to do a checkerboard pattern. You could do something like for my second floor here, I did this grate, which you can see through, and I think in a shop it might be kind of nice to do something like this. But let's see something else that might work. This spot here, I did a very randomized pattern, mixing the mossy brick, mossy cobblestone, andesite, let's see, that's the cracked stone bricks. Oh, I have a few regular stone bricks in here too. Mixed it all over, and then I threw in some coarse dirt, and then some patches of the moss. Now, in this instance here, I'm able to get kind of a natural overgrown look, which is what I'm going for in this particular instance. But that's how you can mix in something else to make it look the way you want. Here is just bricks, or stone bricks, and stone. And if you kind of see back here, there's just a few spots that just kind of make you think it's not one complete layer that's just all exactly the same. So there's a few different ways of making your floor unique to you. Pick what you want and go to and start working on that. And here, let me show you something else. What block pattern is going to work for you? Now, this here is something that you might use for a combination. and I was trying to mix in some things I don't usually use, but you might be able to find useful. So this here is the mossy cobblestone, tough moss. This is copper at the 3rd stage, not fully oxidized, and then this is bamboo here, the bamboo blocks. Now I don't usually use the bamboo. Usually I'll use something like stone bricks, or the mossy stone bricks that we saw over there for instead of that. But depending on what look you want to go for, play around with the combination and see what works well for you. And then the last thing is wood. So usually this is a pattern I like up here. Let's run up here real quick, which has the birch, the oak, and the jungle. I like mixing this in, and this is doing my very randomized pattern. There's no cohesive thing that I planned out here. This is just how my randomizer that you can see down at the bottom of my screen, how that worked there. And it did get some of these streaks going here with the birch, which is fine. This comes out okay here. So depending on how you want to do, you could do that. This here instead of the jungle, I did spruce. Just something a little different you can do. So how you mix it in, that's going to be something that you can really try to do. Okay, now that we've got our floors done, our walls done and decorated, we've done our roof, we've made this nice shell of a building. What's next? What are we going to do next? Well, I've talked about windows in the previous episode, which I think I'm going to do last here. But the next thing I want to do is a sign. So what am I going to sell? Is your sign going to represent what you're selling, or is it going to be a catchy name? I'm choosing to go with a catchy name just because it's easy to make. I could make something really long like rocket. There's a lot of letters there, so I don't want to make a sign that's bigger than the building. So, and there's my sign. I changed it from hot to out. I just thought it was a little quirky, you know. Where are you going to go shop at? Out, you know, I don't know. Maybe my sense of humor is a little off, but anyhow, now I got my sign on my shop, and I'm going to start working on putting the stuff in the interior. I'm not going to do any sort of tutorial on that. How you're going to arrange things is really going to be up to you, but I really wanted to show how you can make your structure, your building look, you know, really unique. Add that texture, add some depth, some variation in whatever you have, and just really roll with it and see how you can make it your own. I might do something for some landscaping, and if you really want to see you know, something like that, let me know in the comments, and I'd be more than happy to show you. But for now, I think this will be it for this short little series. Mackian out.